Is this the seabed? Can't breathe. Just kidding. I'm totally fine. Patty here. Good to see ya.
Hello, Tia here. Patty's such a pain. Let's just ignore her, okay? No one here but you and me.
Hey, don't be like that. The more you ignore me, the more I'll bounce off the walls.
So you admit that you're acting hyper. Okay then, go ahead and tell us all where we are, Patty.
You got it. We're in Willpaw's underground, better known as the seabed. But, as you might have noticed, there's no water.
It was probably originally a seabed, or at least underwater. But now it's a dry cavern, which is why we're not drowning. It's said that people have seen strange facilities down here, some of which are currently under investigation.
Thing is, not one bit of info from those investigations has been made public. Even though we're able to talk with the locals here, we haven't heard a peep about anything going on at these facilities. How suspicious.
Either this isn't the right time to announce it, or they never intended on going public with their results. That's not all that suspicious. Or it wouldn't be if the facilities around here weren't suddenly being destroyed. No one knows who's behind it or what their goal is.
Thanks to all that destruction, the violent enemies here have gotten even more violent and started attacking people. It's the worst. You better be careful not to get so focused on your investigation that you wind up blindsided by one of those bad boys.
I'm used to being kept waiting, but this is just getting ridiculous. He said he'd definitely come back, but he could have set himself a time limit. I wonder what he'd say if he could see me now. Not anything nice, that's for sure. He'd be like, "Why are you trying to be a class that doesn't suit ya?" Well, I guess turnabout's fair play. We've been together for so long, I thought maybe being apart for a little while would do us some good, but... Seriously, where did you go? Why haven't you come back yet? I miss you. What? Were you just listening to me? Of course not! You didn't hear a thing, right? Right? So yeah, I was just saying, I need to give this whole ARCS thing my all, you know? Oh, that's right. I've got some exploring to do. Will you help me get through this area? You will, right? Okay, cool, great! Anyway, try to keep up!
Could you keep my whole situation a secret from Echo?
Well, I guess we're both in the same boat now. Let's see what we can do. We've just got one goal this time around. We need to find out what Luther was up to on this planet. If we head out far enough, we should find some leftover research facilities and equipment. Let's get to them while the trail is hot. We've been stomping around for a bit now. Is this the right way? That stupid Xiao. If he can't contact us, then he should have at least given us clear directions.
Huh? Oh, it's you! How's it going? Look at that! New day, new lady. You're a slippery one, eh? What? The path farther in? That's way far that away. Don't go there much, but I can point you there. Perk of being Wopal born and raised. Catch you later, then.
What just happened? Was that a local? Why could we understand him? You could communicate since the start? So these creatures don't need any translation, even though the planet was unexplored? That's some kind of... No, this isn't natural. They must have been created or altered by some sort of Ark's interference. And the only one within Arcs who's capable of doing that is him. We don't need Xiao to confirm it for us. Luther was definitely doing something on this planet. Seems like this was the location of one of Luther's facilities. Some sort of test site or something. He probably messed with stuff until he got bored, then just abandoned the place. It makes me want to puke. But his short attention span means we've got a trail of clues. Guess that's a silver lining. Sorry, just give me a second. I'm sending the data to Xiao. It would have been nice if he just came here himself, but I guess that was impossible. Don't ask me why. I've got no clue either. Sometimes the stuff he says is so abstract, I can't understand a word of it. Well, he's easier to understand than Xion at least. Or so he claims. Though I suppose if Xion was easy to understand, then that'd create its own share of problems. Xiao's mentioned that before, actually. Xion is deliberately incomprehensible. Though I suppose if I had Luther trying to analyze my every word, I'd be vague and mysterious too. Basically, Xion's looking for help while their eavesdropper is in the room. They can't just come out and say stuff plainly. Doesn't help that the one who's got a connection to Xion right now seems to be especially bad at communication. Well, what do I care? This place is different from the others. He didn't even bother to hide the fact that he was researching something here. Did he make that thing? Or did he just set it down there? Either way, it's got his grubby fingerprints all over it. Oh, good. It's not complete, but there's still some data left over. I'll take that, thanks. mixed records on fall spawn and the locals here. So they've been fused. That would explain the readings, but there's gotta be something more here. No way. Breaking down the water's composition? Synthesizing with the planet? Was he messing with the planet itself? What the hell was he thinking? Sorry. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this. All I know for sure is, whatever Luther was up to, it's way bigger than I ever imagined. Let's head back. Should be able to learn more. A new enemy? Let's take it down! What are we doing hiding back here? That enemy's not getting back up.
This one's been defeated as well. It appears we're not the first ones here. Forgive me, Theodore. I thought this would be an ideal way to test your abilities.
Doesn't bother me. Now then, should I do the thing here, too?
Please, by all means. Splendid! I can't imagine the slightest amount of data will remain after all that.
If you'd like, I could blow up the entire place.
No need to go that far. To be quite honest, destroying this place was never a necessity. No matter what they learn, no matter how they play detective, Arx is powerless to stop me. They are but dancers in the palm of my hand. Still, denying such fragile things the opportunity to dance would be true cruelty, don't you think? I've already collected all the data I need. There's a curious joy in watching them struggle against the inevitable.
I don't really understand.
You will in time, I guarantee you. Now, let us be on our way.
That was way too close! Think we're in the palm of your hand, do you? Let's see if you're still smiling when we take you down. Still, one thing kind of bugs me. That Arx operative Luther had with him? That wasn't Claire's Grays. So who was it? That's one more enemy standing in our way. But worse than that, Luther's just gonna use him and toss him aside as soon as he's done. I can't let that happen again. Not to anyone else. There are enough people like us already. Sorry. Forget I said anything. I wonder if there's some sort of way to save him from Luther's clutches.
ARC is preparing to fully mobilize for an assault operation on Mothership Shiva. All ARC's operatives should prepare for deployment immediately.
Oh, you're here too, huh? Yeah, I wanted to see Xian myself. But they're acting a little strange. It's like they're troubled or pained.
I sometimes wonder if it would have been better to do nothing. To let time flow the way it was meant to flow. For what purpose do we prolong your and her suffering? Perhaps turning back time to that original chance encounter and making it so that it never happened would be the best solution. We have seen. We have judged that solution to be folly. And yet, I cannot help but wonder. Perhaps if none of this happened, everyone could live happily, unclouded by this fear.
And that's not true. Because I wouldn't have been saved if you hadn't interfered. I never would have met the person most important to me. I'm grateful. I'm so glad that you brought the two of us together. I'm sure a lot of painful and difficult stuff happened to make that possible, but I'll always be grateful. And that's why I don't want you to be worried. I'm sure the path you've chosen will lead to happiness for everyone.
Thank you.
You want to know about the victims from when the Fallspawn attacked Themis? Which battle was that?
That was when the Fallspawn assaulted us. Even Regius made an appearance in that fight.
Oh, that! That, huh? You've got a nose for a scoop, don't ya? Some Newman guy asked us about the exact same thing just the other day. Too bad, though. Sorry. There are some things even Tia and I can't do.
To translate Patty's purposefully obtuse comments, Theodore was after the same information. But I have to apologize. As Patty said, that's one piece of information we can't give you.
Normally, that info wouldn't be that hard to get a hold of, but we ran into a little problem. The list of the victims of the attack is being held under lock and key. No one can access it. A normal investigation has no hope of turning up anything. Why all the secrecy? It's so weird.
We did manage to get a report on the fatalities, but that's not quite what you're after, is it?
Don't give up, though. If you can't get it digitally, you just gotta go around asking the old-fashioned way.
That is certainly one idea, but have you ever actually gotten any info that way, Patty?
Nope!
Thought so.
Ah, so you've noticed, have you? I've been waiting. Waiting for you to consciously try to change history. If you've come here, then you must already know who I am. That's right. I'm Xiao. Sorry about this body. I borrowed your auxiliary without asking. I'm sure this isn't the voice you chose for it, but please bear with me for a little while. Sarah and Maria are also here in this time sequence. I'll be in charge of directing you. Now please, keep pressing on. All I can do is guide you. You alone are capable of cutting open the path.
Distraction! Completed!
Sorry, I'll have to borrow your body for a little bit longer. I'm directly hacking into your auxiliary through Shion. So honestly, this is all sort of risky. If Luther or someone... Still, right now, the potential rewards outweigh the risks. Many went missing in this attack, but that doesn't mean they were all done in by Falspawn. The Falspawn just make a convenient scapegoat. Come on, let's keep moving. It's only a little further.
Emergency! Code! Distraction! Completed!
Why? What's going on? Does no one hear my distress signal? Why isn't anyone responding? Where's the rescue team? Theo, save me! You're not Theo. Huh? I know you! You're that Arksop I saw in the city! Thank you so much! I was providing backup support when all of a sudden, Falspawn attacked and I was shot down. I sent out a distress signal,
but no one responded. I was so scared. I mean, this is a battlefield, after all.
Wait, this isn't the time to be chatting. I need to get back and return to my mission.
You can't. You mustn't go back.
Huh? But why?
Because you're already dead. Just check the database. You've been listed as KIA and deregistered.
Why would they?
At this point in time, I'm not sure. But I think you might have some idea. Think, what exactly is so inconvenient about having her alive? Whoever did this was willing to block the distress signal and falsify the database. Returning would only put you in more danger. At best, you'd be turned into a guinea pig and killed in the end anyway.
Then, what should I do? Joining ARCS was a lifelong dream of mine, but now...
They could discover that she's alive at any moment. We have to keep moving.
The assault operation on Mothership Shiva is now underway. This is the final battle. All ARCS operatives, please report to the quest counter for deployment.
Emergency! Code! Distraction! Completed!
Hopefully we can meet up with Sarah and Maria soon. The problem is... What can you expect, really? Even I understand how much of a shock this must be to her.
No more! That's it! No more negative thoughts! It's not like me to be so down in the dumps. I mean, you saved my life and all, so I've got to be happy about that. Isn't that right?
What? Yeah, that's right.
Anyway, this is all ARC's fault. I suspected they were up to some dirty stuff behind the scenes. Though I never thought my life would be at risk. Thanks for the heads up.
Of course. You're welcome. That's all well and good, but are you sure you're not in shock?
I mean, getting stabbed in the back like that was certainly shocking, but crying about it's not gonna change anything, is it? So instead of collapsing into a sobbing mess, I might as well find something else to focus on. I was so excited about finally joining ARCS, but it's hardly as I imagined. That's it! We'll just have to remake ARCS into the noble organization we want it to be.
Xiao, I'm here! Whoa! Did you seriously hack into an auxiliary?
You really figured that out fast. Oh, Sarah, people are just so amazing.
What? What's his deal?
Come on, Ulk. Come with Sarah and me. This isn't where you belong. We're going to make your wish come true. We'll make ARCS what everyone expects it to be.
That's not terribly convincing, coming from a tiny auxiliary. Still, it's not like I have any better options. And trying to make my dream come true sounds very me anyway.
We've successfully revised history. I'd say it's about time for you to be heading back. Leave this one to Sarah and I. We won't let anything bad happen to her.
Wait! Thank you for everything, really.
Let me tell you a tale of a time long past. A tale of a foolish entity and of a foolish person. It all began when the entity, a being possessed of boundless knowledge, met the person, a being possessed of boundless fascination. The entity gave the person knowledge and wisdom as the person desired. This was trivial information to the entity, but to the person, it became the foundation of their very evolution. The person ignited the entity's curiosity. Though the entity was all-knowing, it could not understand the person's heart, and so it was captivated. Thus did the entity and the person come to live side by side. They each gave what the other desired, and lived in prosperity for ages upon ages. The person was avaricious, yet indolent. They put forth every effort for the sake of comfort and ease. The entity was entertained by this unique course of action, but in its amusement, it made a grave error. Though the entity knew that the fruits of such indolence would bring forth destruction, it did not tell the person, because it desired to see how the person would be changed by what sprang forth. The foolish one was not the person. It was the one who knew the risks, yet did not convey them. The foolish one was I. Do not fret for me. I am glad that we met. It is an event that is irreplaceable to me. If it had not happened, I could not talk to you as I am now. This place would not even exist. People have told me that not knowing the future is what makes it exciting. As I am now, I agree.
Hey, boss. Has anything weird happened around you lately? Nothing in particular yet, huh? Well, it'll happen soon. Something to do with you. That isn't a threat, by the way. I'm a black sheep, always hanging around on the fringes. It's made me pretty good at picking up on changes in atmosphere. Did you commit a crime or something? Nah, that doesn't seem like you, boss. Something's definitely off, though. Maybe you got on someone's bad side by finding out something they didn't want you to know. That's one guess, anyway. We live in a crazy universe. Nothing surprises me anymore. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but be careful, boss.
And a fine day to you, my Ark's comrade, Patty, at your service.
Who are you and what have you done with Patty? I think I like the new her.
Now that I've got Tia stunned, I've got a question for you. I'll cut to the chase. Did you do something bad? Like something that's not good for Arks? Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on either. But a little while back, someone came asking about you. I think this someone was from Boyd. They even asked us stuff that only you'd know about. Just feels like something's going down.
Oh, don't worry. We didn't tell them a thing.
That's right. Pa Tia has an exclusive contract with you, after all. Even if we talk to you, we won't talk about you. That's our policy.
We're trying to look into it, but we always seem to be one step behind.
Well, we're handling a request from that other person too, so it's not our fault.
For now, all we can do is give you a heads up. Stay on your toes. It seems like something's about to happen.
It's kind of frustrating that we don't know what that something is, but there's no point in freaking out about it. So, Tia and I are gonna keep ourselves busy hunting down info, just like we always do.
My! It's you. How have you been? You look well. That's wonderful. I'm just taking a leisurely stroll. Things aren't very peaceful on the Ark ship right now, I'll have you know. It's a different kind of tension from when that Dark Falls was revived. It's all prickly, but facing inward, not outward. It's so thrilling. This reminds me of long ago. Not that I have the faintest memory of just how long ago it was. Still, I'm so jealous. It seems like you're going to have so much fun. Haven't you noticed? All that prickly stuff is swirling around you. I'm just tingling with excitement. Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to shoot the whole swirling mess. But I've got a good head on my shoulders, so I won't. Just relax.
Wah! Bonehead! Bonehead? What are you doing here? No, more importantly, you saw me, didn't you? What? You didn't see anything? Oh. You have seen me, and you haven't seen anything either, then no one will know I escaped. Wait, hang on a second. Hey, Bonehead! You trying to pull a fast one on me? You're staring at me right now, you bonehead! I've got no choice but to blast you to smithereens and make you forget everything! What? You won't tell anyone? You better be telling the truth, Bonehead. If you lie, I'll stick a needle in your... everywhere! You want to know what I'm doing? That's a secret. I came to do my own patrols, to do what everyone else is doing. I've been advised to stand by, so I shouldn't be out here right now. But this is what I want to do. I mean, isn't it strange that we're the only ones not doing anything? We're the trio of heroes and yet... We're the trio of heroes. We're supposed to be super awesome and yet... we're not doing anything? I think that's weird. What am I even saying? Forget all that! I didn't say anything! Listen up, Bonehead! You better not speak a word of this to anyone!
Oh, it's you! You patrolling this area too? How admirable! I got me a question for you. Have you seen Clara's craze around here? Right. Your face says it all. You needn't speak a word. The trio of heroes has been put on alert. Not an official order, though, see? But if she's out doing her own thing despite that advice, well, fine by me. It means she's starting to think for herself instead of just blindly following orders. She's a strong one, I tell you. She's got these extraordinary powers. That's just who she is. It's only natural for everyone to be afraid of her. Even I probably couldn't take her in a fight head-on. But behind all that strength, she's still just a naive, innocent child inside. So much so that she can't even decide what's right or wrong, and ends up getting used by others. Which is why Regius told me to set an example for her, but... we'll see if I can live up to that. I'm not super confident, believe it or not. Whoa, hold up, hold up! Let's quit it with all this serious talk, yeah? Everything will work out, and if it doesn't, well then we go in and fix it. Anyway, I'm off. You just keep this little chat between us, yeah? Later!
Xion, what are you doing here?
I have been waiting. I and everyone else has been waiting for this precise moment. I must thank you. Were it not for your endeavors, none of us would ever have arrived at this point. It is because of you that you are here now, that she is here now, and that we all are here now. What remains is for the final touches to be finished. All this ends once they are. Come to the core of Oracle, to the center of the mothership, with Matoi at your side.
Xion didn't seem like her usual self. I'm supposed to head in with you? What do you think we'll find?
What's up, boss? Something on my face? You're staring at me looking all confused, so I was curious is all. I don't have anything to hide, so if you've got questions, ask away. Huh? I talk the way I talk. What's the problem? What? I'm not girly enough for you? Man, you get hung up on some pretty petty stuff, boss. That doesn't matter. I'll talk the way I want to, and that's that. I won't put on some ditzy cute act just to make other people happy. If that's what you want, boss, then you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not changing for anyone. Got it? No, you're not doing any talking.
Slash! 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 And one more? Slash! Ugh. This training just doesn't end. Oh gosh, when did you get here? Hey, sorry I didn't notice you. What was I doing? Just some katana practice. Mine is still pretty green, so I'm hoping repetition is the path to mastery, or something. Plus, I promised Regius that I'd be thorough in everything I did. I sure was thorough in getting him to teach me to wield this thing. I chased him down every day and begged until he finally agreed. You know, beneath that cold metal exterior, he's actually pretty hot-blooded. So I guess my wholehearted passion was kinda his weakness. Still, after all that convincing, I really don't want to let him down, so I've got to work extra hard. Even if the daily regimen is so dang tough, I already want to throw in the towel.
Greetings. My name is Huey. It's a pleasure. You may know me as Sixth of the Council of Six. I sound creepy? That's what I said. But I'm trying to be more subdued to avoid Regius's ire. Apparently there's been a number of complaints about some guy who appears out of nowhere, loudly threatens people, then vanishes. I tried explaining by yelling, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me!" But he just came right back with, "It definitely was!" A clever gambit. It's not like I can stand up to Regius either. You can't take 2 steps into anywhere without hearing about all the amazing things he's done. He's the reason the Trio of Heroes and Council of Six came to be. He's #1, a living legend. He's so damn cool!
Not only is he crazy strong barehanded, but he's totally unstoppable when he's got Yonohate. The man's invincible. Nothing can stop him. Regius and Maria are straight up stupid powerful. I guess that's just what 40 years of battle experience will get you. One of these days, I'm gonna go up against a badass opponent and win. I want to go down in history. No, I will go down in history! Oops. I'm not supposed to be yelling right now. Until we meet again.